Right.
I think one of the biggest issues though too is that especially women business owners in the beginning you kind of feel like you're alone. Like
Right.
if you don't have that knowledge, you don't have the education, and you're trying to do it by yourself, you
Mhm.
just feel like you're alone and then you're scared because you know the statistic they say like
Right.
however many businesses fail within the first year. So then you have to fight that statistic. You're afraid and you're alone. It's just like I know for me, it gets for me in the beginning, it was scary.
Right.
Like, am I really gonna succeed in this? Am I just wasting my time? What am I doing? You know,
Right.
so it's definitely good to have not only your family in your corner, but somebody like you and your business to ride with you, at least in that very beginning. So that's important.
All the time. And you don't even have to sign up for a course. You don't even have to buy anything from me to get my motivation. Like I post stuff on social media purposely because I know that it really helps people. You know,
Right.
like I have a lot of people that come to me like, if it wasn't for you, it shocks me because they was like, if it wasn't for you just saying, you know, what you went through with this and this and this, I would never had. And you know,
Right.
I didn't have none of that
Right.
in
Mhm.
the beginning because I didn't know how to properly set myself up.
Right.
Um, I was still following the same people that I was following on Instagram and stuff, the people that was irrelevant to what I was doing. And I had to change my whole mentality
Mhm.
and start following like-minded people. But
Right.
in the beginning, sometimes you don't know that.
Right.
And you got to be taught certain things.
Right.
And also in my boot camp, that's one of the things you got to do. I make them go through their social media accounts and reverse the people who they following. I
Mhm.
make them join groups. I make them go to events and network. It's because that's all the things that I had to do, and I had to learn how to do it myself. But those are the things that helped me, you know, elevate.
Right.
And
Mm.
you know what? Those you began to talk speaking about your writing. You know what I mean? So let's delve into the novels you wrote. Talk about what genre they're in and where can they purchase them from? Straight up.
Yeah, everything can be purchased on www.pretty, the letter N paid,
Mhm.
media.com.
We're gonna put that in the link too of this talk.
The description.
Huh?
We're gonna
We're
put
gonna
that description. We're gonna
Oh,
put
okay.
the description of the talk. Thank you.
I'm on Amazon too, but I sell off my website because I like all my money.
Right.
Like,
there you go.
You know what? I'm on Amazon too, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, I wrote this. I
Yeah.
don't want to give me 30%. No, go to my website. And then I come to the
Away from
website.
me, but they doing me dirty too. You know.
So no, so we're gonna have to change that. You're gonna have to just direct them to your website.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my genres of my novels are urban literature. The bulk of my writing come from
Mhm.
urban literature. I do have some informational guides, like
Okay.
Man Down. I'm talking like shit about men.
I mean, you know, and that's in
No,
the title. I say
I
a
read
man
the
is getting popped on
description.
that one.
I read the description for Almost Single. Like, cause you have
Oh,
it on the website.
almost.
You know what? Men need to read that book so they can know what not to do.
No, read
Yeah,
Right?
the description first. That tells you everything. Like I don't even want to give it away. You just gotta read that description because it's like there's no way I'm gonna read this book and not feel like I gotta beat some man up. Just cause. Like just on first sight. Just cause of that book.
crazy about Almost Single. Almost Single is actually without naming all the people or and adding a little bit and taking away from stuff. That was pretty much me and my husband's situation. He was in his feelings when I wrote it, but I'm like, look, I'm always gonna speak my truth. So I wrote it, and he just had to accept it. But Almost Single was me because I was almost single. So that was definitely me.
I'm gonna keep that one away from my wife. You know what I mean?
That was definitely me. But it just we good now, and that I'm
It was therapeutic to write it and maybe even for him to read it, right?
exactly because sometimes people need to see or hear or experience things in order to overcome it. So
Absolutely.
Almost Single, that's a good book, but I don't really like elaborate on Almost Single because I did put it out like solely for me, like as a release.
Right.
So
Hmm.
it's kind of I don't really want to promote it like that, even though it's good, everybody love it, but it's kind of like I stay away from it because it brings up old wounds sometimes with me and my husband. But but Secret Lies and Deceit. Now that is my baby. I love that book to death. I read that book probably 5 times, and it's a 1, 2. I'm trying to write 3. I haven't wrote 3 because Secret 1 and 2 is actually in pre-production for the TV show, which COVID shut that down.
Wow.
So this book is going to lead to a TV series.
Yeah, actually, we in pre-production. I was in New York doing the casting call. Like I had my cast, and then COVID happened, and I can go up there now to film, but I'm not ready to film under the pandemic right now because that means I have to be away from my family for a couple of months because I was supposed to be in New York for like almost a year. And with the pandemic and me traveling back and forth and then making sure my kids is good, my husband good, I'm just not in the right mind frame to do that. So I'm not upset about it because I know that is good. So it's going to be even on whoever gets me the best deal. Netflix wanted, Amazon wanted, everybody wanted. So we just waiting for filming whenever I feel comfortable to go and film. But Secret Lies in the Sea is like I love that book, and I'm reading it now. For
Yeah.
no, just reading it. I just love it. I just love it. It's a part 1 and part 2. I wish I had it with me.
You know what? I don't got no acting experience, but I could play a custodian. I could play a dude at the bus stop.
Listen, what was you? I know I posted something on Facebook telling all my cousins that I need everybody to show up.
I did not see that, and you know, I know, you know what? Please, I'll be some. I could be that dude.
Because I was like, I need people extra. I was like, whatever y'all want to do, let me know what you want to do. Some people was coming to me talking about acting serious parts. I was like, I'm not giving you that part.
No.
That part, but you could be at the club. Like you could be in the club.
You just be that person walking down the street, with a costume or something.
Man, that's and that's what I'm talking about. And think about it. When I started writing my book and reading about authors and new authors, I had to learn what you're going through. Like, you know what? Once you write this book, this is just a stepping stone to other endeavors.
It sure is.
It's not the book. The book paves the way for the TV series or online business or coach of some sort. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to teach my Black people. Don't stop. Don't be single faceted. That's why I introduced you as multifaceted coach. You know what I mean? It's like a chameleon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I just like whatever I can do. I'm that type of person. I'll do everything. Like it's not nothing that I have not done for my own business. Everything that I do for my business is me. Like I have workers now or employees, but I'm still that type of person. I do not know how to delegate stuff, so I do everything.
Yeah.
Like
it's a mess, ain't it?
It's so hard because I just can't let nobody do nothing, and I'm trying so hard to do it.
I feel so much on that. Like you don't even know. I deal with the same issue, and everybody will always say, "Portia, just let somebody else do it. Just give it to this person." I said, "No. If I give it to somebody else, they won't do it the way I need them to do it. So instead of micromanaging them and yelling at them to try to do it the way I want them to do it, I'll just do it myself."
But you know what I noticed?
It's bad quality though. They say it's not good.
Overly creative people have a problem with doing that because I feel like I can't really teach you how to be creative like me. Only thing I need you to do, like I tell my assistant, only thing I need you to do is just capture the moments, write things down as I'm blurting it out, and remember the things that I'm going crazy over or trying to look for. That's all I really need you to do. I need you to just try to keep me sane. Maybe drive the car while I'm doing something. Maybe that's all I need her to do because that's how my mind works. And when you're in that creative space, you can't give it to somebody else. It doesn't work like that. That's why, like, even with the film, whoever buys the series, they and my contract is going to be they have to hire me as a continuing writer. Because if I give you Secrets 1 and 2, you're gonna want to do 3. So if you don't hire me on, and it's not already put in paper
Right.
that that's what we're gonna do, you're gonna hire another writer who's gonna mess my series up, and that's why you see series that be like, oh, 1 and 2 was so good, and what
But
happened?
yes, it just went downhill from there. Yeah.
It has to be that creative mind that designed it in order to keep it going. Yeah, she could allow people to come in like Shonda Rhimes to help her write, but that main creative brain has to stay in place.
Right.
That's
So you know
true.
what? Let's say I don't know. Let's say 10 years from now. What do you where do you see the pretty and paid media brand doing or being, or you know what's your vision basically?
So 10 years from now, let me see. Sometimes, when I be thinking about my age, I be like 10 years from now.
You're extremely young. You got a lot of time. God willing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm just like, okay, well, 10 years from now, I'll be like 52. But
You know?
um I see it being like so big. Like
Mhm.
the things that I'm working on right now is no way that 10 years from now we don't have like the TV part of it on red carpets doing like interviews, the film part, the magazine. It's just like it scares me almost to think about 10 years because I'm like,
Right. It's gonna be fun.
so much work to do. I know I'm
Yep.
headed in the right
Right. Right. It's fun.
place that it pays, but I'm like, wow, it's gonna be like crazy. And my kids,
Mhm.
they just gonna have, especially my daughters,
Right.
even my sons, because even though it says pretty and paid, they can do the production part of it and stuff like that. And when I have events and stuff, my kids work everything that I do.
Mm.
Like
You're in the family.
they work everything that I do. And they are going to be good. They are going to be good in 10 years because I plan on in 10 years, that's when they should be like the torch is going to be given to them in about 3 to 4 years. And that 10-year mark, they're already going to have it and they're going to be doing what they need to be doing still with me there. But
Mm-hmm.
that's what I see for 10 years. So big. You're gonna see Pretty and Pay all over the place.
Got you. And the thing about it, I tell my students at the college that I counsel at that the idea is the hardest part. So you've conquered the hardest part of the whole situation. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? The work is actually the fun part, no doubt. Sometimes it gets grueling and all of that, and it has its ups and downs. But the idea of making the movie or the idea of making the book, once you get that, you've knocked out, I would say, 75% of the hard work. The 25 other percent, in my opinion, I think just the creative endeavors, that's the fun part, man.
But exactly. So that's what makes the percentage a little bit more lower and easier to accomplish because once you get the oh I'm scared to do it or how am I gonna do it out the way, it's
Right,
like okay now I'm doing it.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and knock it out. You know what I'm saying? That is the easiest part. That's
That's
really the easiest part.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Portia.
Well, I mean, I feel like we kind of covered all bases on that one. But I have one final question. Okay. Just one question, and then we can wrap this up. Can you give a sister a discount?
What? What does
That's
tell you
my
or what?
question. Like,
On what? And what?
then
What I
I want that whole boot camp. Okay, the bundle. You said there was a bundle that hooks. I want that whole thing.
we can talk about that. But what I can do
Okay.
is I will go ahead. Well, it doesn't drop until November 28th. That's when I'm
Oh,
actually releasing the order. So I'm gonna send Quan, even though it says, hustling pretty,
Uh-huh.
Jen can use it.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
I'll send you one for Jen and I'll send you one Portia. And this is my hustling pretty planner.
mm,
And pretty much in the beginning of it, it actually talks about like the beginning of my journey, like humble beginnings, where I came from. But I
Young and
talked about, about the professor. It talks about me being a wife, me being a mother, me being a friend, all during doing business. And then it has like my planner. And then
I
it has
need
like
that. I just told my husband today that I need a planner. Like today, I just told him that.
yeah, so I'm gonna send you one. This is for 2021, so I'm definitely gonna send you one. I'm gonna go ahead and put I'm gonna send you one in Gen 1, so y'all can send our address via. Make sure you give her my number too, Quan,
We'll do. We'll do. I'll share it with you.
and I will send that to y'all. And yeah, so whatever you want to do, Portia, just call me. We'll talk about stuff.
I
Right.
got you. Thank you.
You
I
know,
want to thank you so much. Go
thank
ahead,
you for
Q. Go
doing
ahead.
it.
Close it out. You
Not
got
that,
this.
not that, baby. You know what I mean? I'm a
Right.
gentleman. Do your thing.
Thank you, Dion, for coming on our show. We appreciate you so much. You out there doing your thing, you're hustling, and you're showing us how to do it. That it's possible and it can actually be easy once once you get moving. You just got to get moving first. So I thank you so much for all the knowledge you dropped on us. And you just keep doing your thing, man.
Thank
You're
you. Don't forget
so
to check out my podcast too. Me and my husband, our podcast. Don't forget to check that on YouTube. It's on the website too. Underneath
Shout out your podcast. What's the name of the podcast on YouTube?
Takeover, OVA,
takeover.
the
Takeover.
The
OVA.
takeover.
Yep.
OVA.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
snap! Okay, the takeover. Okay.
Yeah, it's explicit. Like a lot of bad language is being so don't listen with the
You know
kids in the
what? It's like this. People, they cuss in their house. They cuss in their house. They can cuss outside. So,
yeah,
you know what
but
I
my
mean? As long as you ain't robbing and killing nobody, you all right. Cussing is legal.
Cussing is
yeah, they
legal.
me a platform to talk and talk about my business and my brand. I appreciate that. I love talking about it.
Nope.
Definitely. And you know what? The pretty and paid media will be in the description of the Motivational Motors podcast. And I thank you, Dion Mitchell, Miss Portia, Mystique. Thank you as always. You know, you took over the whole situation, and I appreciate you because I had a little situation I had to tend to. But
No, we was good.
Well, we were just going. We
y'all,
got this.
y'all women don't even need us. Y'all don't need us nowadays. But you know what? We need around us so we, when we down, y'all can hold us down. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, take it easy, y'all.
All right, later.